Shalom Akim. First off, I'm going to start by saying all praise goes to Yahweh Ba'ashim Yahushua, Ba'ashim HaKodash. Double honors to the apostles and the Oscar Millstone who rule well towards this truth through the Spirit. Shalom and salutations to the Akim out there pushing this word throughout the four corners of the world. In all sincerity and honesty. Okay, the hopeful elect. Shalom. I'm brother Korah Allah and through the Spirit. I'm getting to a quick lesson. This here is the book of Jeremiah. The book of Jeremiah, Slack, chapter 3, start at verse 1. And it reads, they say, if a man put away his wife, and she go from him, and become another man's, shall he return unto her again? Shall not that land be greatly polluted? Yeah, if you have a wife, okay, if you have a wife, and, you give a bill of divorce, you don't deal with her anymore, and she goes away to another man, all right, and she comes back to you, will you want her back? No, because another man had that. Another man knows your wife, so you don't want to deal with her no more. She's greatly polluted. Okay, it says, but thou hast played the harlot with many lovers, yet return again to me, saith the Lord. Right, but okay, thou hast played the harlot. Who's that thou? That thou is talking about the nation of Israel, you so-called Negroes, Latinos, Native Americans. You played the harlot with many lovers. The many lovers is who? Those different idols, different gods of different nations, okay, the false gods, okay, you played the harlot. How? Because instead of worshiping the Most High and the Son, okay, instead of worshiping the Most High and the Son, you went off and you worshipped false idols and false gods of these heathen nations. It says, yet return again to me, saith the Lord. All right, that's talking about the nation of Israel, man. All right, you so-called Negroes, Latino, Native Americans, and when all hell break loose, guess who you're gonna call upon? All right, you gonna know that name. You can call upon that name. All right, you can call on the name of the Heavenly Father. All right, but right now, basically Israel is playing the harlot. Okay, in the ancient times and even now, 2/3 is playing the harlot, man. All right. I'll jump down to verse 14. Turn no backsliding children, save the Lord, for I am married unto you. Right, turn no backsliding children. Right, of course, this nation of Israel. All right, and how's that? How are you backsliding? By not following the law, statute, commandments. Okay, by not learning the wisdom, knowledge, and understanding, but not knowing your true power and your nationality. All right, but you rather break every law in the Bible, okay, and you rather deal with these heathens. All right, and that's how you're backsliding. Okay, turn, O backsliding children, saith the Lord, for I am married unto you. Right, the Lord is married unto us. Okay, in the scriptures, Yahushua is often compared to as the bridegroom. All right, Israel is also compared to as a woman. Okay, for I am married unto you, and I will take you one of a city and two of a family, and I will bring you to Zion. Right, it's going to take the elect. Okay, the 130. All right, include 144,000. One of a city and two of a family. Okay, you might have a two people, a brother or a cousin in the truth, and then you might have a single person in the truth. In other words, it's gonna be a small number being delivered. Okay, because out of the whole nation of Israel, which Israel has the sands of the sea. Okay, only 1/3 is gonna be delivered. Okay, and I will bring you to Zion. Right, and Zion's talking about the nation of Israel. All right, but then it's also going into the kingdom. Okay, because when we go back to Zion in the kingdom, all right, that's when we're going back when the kingdom comes. Okay, but 2/3 is going to be destroyed real quick. It says, real quick, this is the book of, oh no, it's Isaiah. The book of Isaiah 65:12. It says, therefore will I number you to the sword, and ye shall all bow down to the slaughter, because when I called you did not answer, when I spake you did not hear, but did evil before my eyes, and did choose that where I delighted not. And that's pretty self-explanatory, man. You did choose and where the Lord delighted not. And that's those other gods, those heathens. Okay, all right. Therefore will I number you to the sword. Okay, the slaughter. You will bow down to the slaughter. Go into embrace wars, martial law, concentration camps, the famine. Okay, the all-fighting microchip, those thermonuclear missiles. All right, all sorts of death. Therefore will I number you to the slaughter, and you will bow down to the sword, and you will bow down to the slaughter, because when I called, you did not answer. When I spake, you did not hear. And the Lord is speaking through his men. All right, the Lord has his prophets out there in Howard and Byway Stone with the apostles and Elstree Millstone to bring out this truth. But, 2/3, of course, will not hear, will not take heed, but did evil before my eyes, and did choose that where I delighted not. And that's talking about the 2/3 of the nation of Israel, man. Wicked ass Negroes, Latinos, so-called Negroes, Latinos, Native Americans. All right, you're gonna walk down to that slaughter. Quick precept. It says, the book of James, chapter 4, verse 4. Ye adulterers and adulteresses, know ye not that the friendship of the world is enmity with the Most High? Therefore will I, whosoever therefore will be a friend of the world is the enemy of the Most High. Read again. You adulterers and adulteresses. That's right. Spiritually, you committed adultery on the Heavenly Father and the Son, following these other false idols, man. Okay. All right. One being in every uh so-called religion under the sun, except you know, but you don't want to come back to your nationality. You adulterers and adulteresses. Yeah, spiritual adultery. Okay. Know ye not that the friendship of the world is enmity with the Most High? Right? Friendship with the world. Okay. Because we dealing with different gods, different philosophies. That's a worldly thing. Is enmity with the Most High. All right. Uh, look up the word enmity. It talks about strife. Okay. Friction. Whosoever therefore will be a friend of the world is an enemy of the Most High. So you can't be claiming to be, down with the Most High, worshiping the Most High, and then you mingling around with these other idols, or you following these other gods, which that main false god is who? Caesar Borgia. All right, the one that that uh, Jesus Christ demon. You know. Uh, anyways, uh, I have one more script, and I'll end it on that. This is Matthew's. This is Matthew's. Salak 25. Matthew's 25. Start at 1. Then shall the kingdom of heaven be like unto 10 virgins, which took their lamps and went forth to meet the bridegroom, right? Which the kingdom of heaven, of course. All right, that's when the Most High sends down His Son Yahweh Shai to come and deliver us and set up the kingdom. Be like unto 10 virgins, which took their lamp and went forth to meet the bridegroom. Which the lamp is talking about the wisdom, knowledge, understanding the scriptures, and the bridegroom is Yahweh Shai. Okay, and I'm gonna jump down. You can read the whole thing. It's a beautiful chapter to read. I'm gonna jump down a little bit. It says, I'll jump to verse 9, but I'll jump to verse 8. And the foolish, I'll jump to verse 8. I'll go to verse 2. And 5 of them were wise, and 5 were foolish, right? 5 were wise going to the elect, going to the 1/3. The 5 that were foolish going into the 2/3. All right, the one even the ones that call themselves Israelites, but it's not doing the will of the Heavenly Father and the Son. Okay, the false prophets. All right, that's the 5 that were foolish. And it said, I'm gonna jump down. And the foolish said unto the wise, give us your oil, for our lamps are going out. Right, they didn't have that oil. Okay, they burnt out. You know. But the wise answered, saying, no, not so, lest there be not enough for us and you. But go ye rather to them that sell and buy for yourselves. And how do you get that oil? Through the Lord's men. Okay, starting with the apostles and elders on down. All right, it says, and of course, the Spirit has to be dealing with you. And it says, verse 10, and while they went to buy, the bridegroom came, and they that were ready went in with him to the marriage. So you gotta be ready, man. You gotta be ready when the Yahushua comes. You can't be, trying to get together at the last moment. You gotta be ready when the Most High sends Yahushua, man. All right. It says after bread came also the other. It says verse 10, Matthew 25 and 10. And while they went to buy, the bridegroom came, right? Yahushua came, and they that were ready went in with him to the marriage, which the marriage is ultimately receiving the kingdom. Okay, so how is Yahushua coming down with those chariots? Okay, those chariots are going to beam us up out of the destruction coming upon this place. It says afterward to the marriage, and the doors were shut. Yeah, that's right. 2/3 heathens, so-called white men, sellouts, false prophets, is not gonna make it into the Well, basically, the scriptures basically talking about the wicked men, the wicked amongst Israel. All right, the false prophets. All right, and the false Israelites are wicked niggas. They're not gonna make it into the kingdom of heaven. Okay. All right, and that marriage, is ultimately receiving the kingdom of heaven under Yahweh Shem Yahushua. All right, and with that, I'm gonna say, all praise goes to Yahweh Shem Yahushua, Shem Hakwadash, that will honor the apostles and elders, great millstone towards this truthful rule well. All right, and citations, I come out there pushing spirit and all sincerity and honesty. Shalom.